Hallihallo meine Lieben und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Genshin Impact. Es geht los. Es geht nach Sumeru. Ich freue mich so. Ich liebe Sumeru, obwohl Fontaine inzwischen die geilere Gegend ist. Aber Sumeru, zumindest die Dschungelgegend, ist immer noch eins meiner Favoriten. Und ja, hier ist der Eingang Richtung Sumeru. Das linke, guckt da nicht hin. Ich war echt noch gar nicht in Sumeru, okay? Okay. Ich habe nicht heimlich für Tainari gesammelt. Natürlich nicht. Wer wäre ich denn, ha? Tainari ist von Natur aus schon so weit. Da wollte ich mich hochkonzentrieren und das hat auch nicht funktioniert. So ist das Leben. So. Hello! Weise mir den Weg, Schnuckelinchen. Oh, es sieht schon so schön aus. Guck mal. Oh, wartet. Hehe! Geh weiter in den Wald. Na, das kriegen wir ja gerade so hin, ne? Hello, everybody! So, ich glaube, jetzt kann ich wieder die Automatisierung anstellen.
Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
Ja, das denke ich auch, ne?
But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it.
Okay.
That'll give us a way better view of things.
Ja, das kriegen wir gerade so hin, würde ich behaupten.
Exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
Oh, guten Tag.
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead!
Jo.
Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander
Ja, dann
around
frag
like
mal
lost
Paimon.
adventurers.
Ich warte hier auf
Hey
dich.
there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
Okay, bye.
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that.
Reg dich nicht... Oh, Entschuldigung.
Could she be ignoring
Ich
us?
wollte nicht dazwischen
How
quasseln.
dare she?
Reg dich nicht auf. Es ist wahrscheinlich nur ein Einzelfall. Vielleicht gibt es einen Grund, dass sie uns ignoriert hat. Wir nehmen Nummer 2.
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask.
Da hast du
Let's
recht,
keep our
ne?
distance and follow her.
Mach es aber nicht
When
zu
we get the
auffällig,
chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
sonst werden wir verhaftet wegen Stalkerei oder sowas. Komischerweise werden wir ja überall gesucht. Durch dichten Rauch und dunklen Wald.
Let's follow her. Just keep quiet.
Und was
Maybe
hier in
she
Sumeru
doesn't
natürlich
notice
schön
us.
ist, wir können Tarzan spielen. Wow! Oh, warte. Nee, wir sollen ihr doch folgen.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would
Da
lead
hinten
to
kam
a
jemand
village or
anderes.
something, but,
Fragt ihn.
it looks like that's not the
Habt ihr das
case.
gesehen im Hintergrund?
Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
Wir sollten zumindest versuchen, mit ihr zu sprechen. Am besten sollten wir sie nicht stören. Wir stören sie mal nicht.
It looks like she's meditating or something. If we bother her now, she probably wouldn't let us off very lightly.
Ja?
Oh! What a lovely smell.
Okay.
It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all.
Oh nein, Anjo, was los?
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
Dieser Duft, ich fühle mich ein wenig seltsam.
What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel
Du
anything.
merkst sowieso nicht viel, Paimon. Ich muss hier raus. Lauf, Boy! Lauf! Okay, oder lauf nicht. Nein, mein Bewusstsein. So, das war's mit Genshin. Ist vorbei.
This is no time for
Schade.
a nap.
The End. Ja. Oh, wow. Oh, das sieht aus so schön aus, ne? So schön. Wow. Ich liebe es. Ich liebe es. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh, pass auf, Boy. Das ist auch drauf. Ich wäre daneben gesprungen. Oder wäre dabei umgeknickt. Oh. What's going on? Warte, wo soll ich hin? Ich habe eben nicht gelesen, was da stand.
The world will get me. Are you sure it's not serious? A traveler's
Passt auf,
been
wer
out
jetzt
for a
kommt.
long time now. Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now? Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Oh yeah! Wolltest du gerade growlen oder was wolltest du tun? Wo bin ich? Ist das der Himmel?
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is. This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger.
Hallo,
My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Ich danke dir für deine Hilfe. Oh, die redet immer noch. Das ist ja krass.
Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any
Kommt drauf an.
discomfort?
Kein körperliches Unbehagen, nur in meinem Mund ist es bitter. Komm, wir tun einfach mal so, als wären wir voll sterbenskrank.
Oh,
Ach so,
that's
okay.
Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget,
Hätte auch
Master
böse enden
mentioned you
können,
should
ne?
take more medicine once you wake up.
Alles klar.
Whoops!
Collie!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Ja, mach
Yes,
das.
please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
Hey, my boy! Ah, ich
So,
liebe
how are you
ihn.
doing? Feeling better?
Ja,
this
weiß
is
ich
my
noch
master.
nicht.
Forest Watcher
Kommt drauf an, was
Kainari.
du mit mir
He's the
vorhast,
chief
wenn ich
officer
Nein
over all the
sage.
rangers here in Gandharville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as
Der
well.
macht das, sie hat sowieso nichts
It is common
mitgekriegt.
practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneal I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Ja, jetzt ist mir alles glasklar, mein Lieber.
Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious?
Ja, ich war ein Frosch. Du beschreibst, was du in der Dunkelheit gesehen hast. Ja. Ja.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be
Ich
sure
werde
to
deinen
do
Raum
as I
auch
said.
nicht durchsuchen, ich
Yes, Master
verspreche.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Ja, bitte,
Sure.
sprich mit uns.
Let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
Aber ich muss doch nach Sumeru, Mann.
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Ich will nicht dran riechen. Huch.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many
Und das
fierce
hoffentlich
animals
nicht an
and
einer Klippe,
hazardous
ne?
areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least
Keine
until
Sorge,
you
Paimon
stop
ist immer bei
having
mir. Die
adverse
verschwindet
reactions
nicht.
to this kind of smell. Okay?
Ja, von mir aus. Punkt, Punkt, Punkt.
Good. Now,
In dein
continue
Bett,
resting
okay?
while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know.
Ich fühle mich ein wenig seltsam, Paimon.
What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
Irgendwas stimmt wirklich nicht mit meinem Körper, aber das sollten keine Halluzinationen sein.
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
Ich weiß es doch auch nicht, Mensch. Ich hatte das Gefühl, dass ich in diesem Moment... Oh, jetzt musste ich eben texten. Mann, weil ich kurz davor getrunken habe, heimlich. Ich hatte das Gefühl, dass ich in diesem Moment tief unter der Erde stand. War der rote Himmel etwa kein Ria? So.
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything
Weil wir
about
ihn
it
nicht
to
kennen, auch wenn
Tonari?
das mal Best Boy
If you
ist,
misjudge
neben
your condition,
Kasua.
then there's a chance you could get worse,
Ich
right?
kann mich nicht zwischen beide entscheiden, ne? Das sind beides meine Nummer 1. Einsen. Ich glaube nicht, dass er falsch liegt. Er sagt einfach nicht die Wahrheit.
Huh? You mean that Tonari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
Genau. Ich werde also versuchen, der Sache auf den Grund zu gehen.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier.
Ja, ne, auch
What?
ich habe mal einen Plan.
That
Kommt
settles it
selten
then.
vor, aber
We'll
es
stay here
passiert.
to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But
Ja.
it seems like asking Tonari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
Sprechen wir mal mit Colley.
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Nach einer Nachtruhe im Zimmer.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Na dann mal auf, würde ich behaupten, ne? Colley! Ich hab da ein paar
Next,
Fragen.
let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Sei vorsichtig.
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well,
Er ist ein
you
Bauchredner.
understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Oh.
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Na, aber hallo, ich durfte in deinem Bett herumwälzen. Gibt es etwas, bei dem du Hilfe benötigst?
Since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Und euch ausspionieren. Aha!
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Ja, es ist in Ordnung.
Tonari, we're ready to head out.
Ich bin die beste Reinigungskraft, die du je gesehen hast.
Got it! I'll be right there! Alright, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today?
Ja, was machen wir denn
Tonari
Schönes, hä?
mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Warum nicht?
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
Okidoki. Let's
Come
go.
on, traveler, this way!
Ja, wo
You
willst
can
du
leave the
hin?
task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Okay. Der ruht sich aus. Der macht's richtig. Gönn dir ein Päuschen, mein lieber Philby.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move.
Oh nein, ich hab sie abgewürgt. Sorry, Colley.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good.
Ja, schön.
Race you.
Grüßt mir.
The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
Ja, haben
It's
wir,
pretty
haben
high
wir.
up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
Das macht nichts. Ich bin sehr gut im Klettern. Das ist doch ein Kinderspiel. Wir nehmen das
Oh.
zweite. Wir.
I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Ja, kannst
There's
du
not much
auch.
footing once you
Ich
reach the
hab's halt
statue, so be
drauf.
careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas.
Das ist lieb von dir, Paimon.
By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
So bei Raiden Makoto. Zu jener Zeit in Caneria. Ich bin mir gerade gar nicht sicher, ob wir das hier schon wissen. Wissen wir das eigentlich schon? Ansonsten hat Genshin uns gerade gespoilert, ne? Ich bin mir gerade nicht sicher, weil wir ja ihren Legendenauftrag noch gar nicht gespielt haben. Ich mach mal lieber das zweite, weil ich mir hier gerade nicht sicher bin.
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly
Okay, der
born
hat sowieso
Dendro
nichts
Archon
gesagt.
and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Okay.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Ja.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
Ja.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
Irgendwie sind meine Haare immer im Weg, ne?
Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait,
Amber! Die geilste Sau in Mondstadt. Kundschafterin des Ordo Favonius, Flugbegeisterte aus Mondstadt.
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while.
Wir haben
and
so
she helped
lange
me a
nichts mehr
lot
von
during that
Amber
time.
gehört.
You could even say that she helped me become a new person.
Oh, süß.
There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her.
Ganz kurz, hier im Spiel erfährt man gar nicht so viel, weshalb Colley Amber kennt. Dafür müsst ihr die Comics tatsächlich lesen. Ich glaube, also wenn mich nicht alles täuscht, ich kann mich natürlich auch irren, dass es doch irgendwo erwähnt wurde, etwas ausführlicher. Aber ich glaube, hier in dem Spiel wird das gar nicht ausführlich thematisiert, weshalb die sich überhaupt kennen. Vielleicht war mal ein Event oder sowas, wo die das ein bisschen erläutert haben. Das weiß ich jetzt gerade nicht. Aber es gibt auf jeden Fall Comics, wo das thematisiert ist, woher die sich kennen.
If you ask me, she's a
Nur mal
prime
so.
example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... sorry.
Punkt. So bist du also, Colley.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Ja.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded
Alles
kinda
gut,
weird.
Schnucki.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you.
Yeah.
How do you know that we've met Amber?
Ja, aber wo ist das, ne?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
Hm?
In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep,
Oh.
so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Ginger Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's
Na, nicht
alright.
schlimm.
You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Ginger Archon?
Ihr erklärt Colley kurz den Zweck eurer Reise.
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your
Kein
story.
Don't
Problem.
mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Paimon hat recht.
Alright, we have a statue to clean.
Let's
I'll
go!
have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Okay. Aber ich sehe da was ich noch gerne haben will. Dödüm, dödüm. So, warte. Achso, ich muss dahin. Schwing! Ah, ich liebe es, wie Tarzan hier durch die Lüfte zu schweben. So.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small.
Ja!
Is
Nahida!
it supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanagi?
Und ja, ihr wisst alle, dass es ja Nahida ist. Nicht, dass ihr jetzt kommt mit, ich hätte gespoilert, ne? Die höhere Herrin Rukkhadevata, die niedere Herrin Kusanagi.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything
Okay.
below.
Ich habe meine Nahida auch schon auf Level 60. Ah,
Nice work.
es ist so
That's
toll.
one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Ah, kleine süße Maus. So, bin fertig. Da sind wir wieder.
Kale, we're back.
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for
Oh,
us.
Sleep. Danke.
Yay, food.
Futtern,
What
wie
kind
bei
of goodies did you
Muttern.
bring?
Paimon, benimm dich.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or
Party
anything.
Pooper.
Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops.
Was denn? Ach so.
No, you dropped it on the ground.
Die 3-Sekunden-Regel. 3-Sekunden-Regel.
I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart
Ja, wenn du
attack
kein
there.
Essen gekriegt hättest, ne? Boah, dann wäre echt die Welt untergegangen. Ihr habt den Proviant gemeinsam mit Colley genossen.
Those pitas are amazing. You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even
Wäre
include
sehr
all my personal
freundlich.
cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master's actually very kind at heart. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called,
Ja?
yeah?
Okay.
Something?
Alles klar.
Well, Anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
Das klingt ganz nach Tainari Ohren. Seine Ohren lassen sich bestimmt gut streicheln. Aha, wir nehmen das, okay?
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too.
Schön, dass wir alle das Gleiche denken. Ja, alles gut. Kein Problem, Coley.
Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Yeah.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here.
Ein starker Bub.
Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Paimon, was hast du getan?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was
Ja, es ist doch voll
genuinely
sweet
concerned
von
about
dir,
you.
Paimon. Kleine Schnucki.
Hey! Now even Kali's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh. Achtung, es wird dramatisch. Punkt, Punkt, Punkt. Collier, was ist los? Punkt, Punkt, Punkt. Nein, wir machen das.
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
Was ist los?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Okay. Collier. Ja.
Huh?
Ja.
What
Ja,
was
was
up
denn
with
da,
Kale
ne?
just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't
Naja,
even see
rennen
her
tut
now.
sie ja jetzt nicht so unbedingt, ne? Okay, kehre nach Gandharva zurück. Ja, ich habe das so vermisst in den anderen Gebieten. Ja. Ah, ist das wunderbar. Oh, nein, ich bin falsch. Wo muss ich hin? Ich muss runter. Oh, okay. Ich bin voll dran vorbeigehuscht. Der macht ja immer noch eine Pause. Das machst du richtig, Philby.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Na gut, warte bis 8 Uhr am nächsten Tag. Okay, ich platziere mich mal hier hin. Ich glaube, hier irgendwo müssen wir dann loslegen. Ja. Oh, guck mal, ihr könnt da hinten schon die Wüste sehen. Die ich im Übrigen überhaupt nicht mag. So.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ja, rede schneller. So. My boy!
Ah, it's you two. I was
Wollte
just
es
about to
gerade
go look
regnen?
for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
Nein. Collie.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
Als
No,
ob.
no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Okay. Wo sollen wir denn hin? Runter? Hoch? Okay, dahin. Warum denn ausgerechnet diese Ecke hier? Guck mal, es regnet immer wieder und dann hört's auf.
Alright, let's continue our conversation.
Okay, hau
here,
raus,
shall we?
Kumpel.
To be honest, I hadn't realized you were that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... Well, because Kale asked me to.
Ah ja, Das
And
ist aber lieb.
honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So
Wir
now
kennen
she
uns
wishes
gerade mal ein
to
paar
reciprocate the
Stunden.
gesture.
What?
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely
Das
immobile.
ist so gruselig,
That
ne?
sounds terrifying.
Verliert die Kontrolle über seinen eigenen Körper?
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
Ist diese Krankheit heilbar?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the
okay,
Fatui
kriegt doch ein
after
bisschen
one
mehr
of their
Story
members
mit.
lied and said they had a cure.
Ich war mir da nicht so
The
sicher.
Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation.
Ja, brauchst nichts erklären.
Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Ja, Paimon.
Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Ne, das sowieso nicht.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her.
Okay.
Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Wie ist Kales Zustand jetzt?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Können wir
I'll
auch
see you two
mitkommen?
later.
Achso, Entschuldigung. Können wir auch mitkommen?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still
Ich werde
recovering,
deinen
like the traveler.
Befehlen Folge
You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus.
Ja, super.
It's
Ich glaube, die
often
brauche
used
ich
to
auch
help
für
those
dich,
afflicted with
um dich
Elazar recover their energy.
leveln zu können.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
Schon dabei. Warte
You are-
mal, wie weit müssen wir laufen? Okay. Oh nein, ich hab... Ah!
The large
Sorry.
petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Okay, Leute, wir müssen hier hin. Aber die hier muss ich noch mit wegknallen. Denn ich brauche für Tainari. Das Schlimme aber, die lassen zwei verschiedene Items fallen. Also entweder die ich brauche für Tainari oder andere. Und das heißt, ich darf Fischl und Zhongling nicht benutzen, denn mit Feuer und Blitz sorge ich dafür, dass ich die anderen Items bekomme. Also die ich nicht für Tainari brauche. Ist ein bisschen anstrengend.
There should be Nilotpala
Ja, ich hab sie
lotuses
schon
growing
gesehen.
somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Okay, ich will sie dir aber nicht geben. Ich brauche sie selbst, okay? Okay. Da-dum-dum-dum, da-dum-dum-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Keep up.
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilotpala.
Nein, wartet, die nehme ich hier aber noch mit. Einmal in Ruhe. So. Moment. Haben wir hier alle? Ich glaube, wir haben hier alle. So. Dann zurück zu Tainari.
Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Hello!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay, was geht ab bei euch? Ja, ich komme ja schon. Wartet. Unterhalte dich mit Amir. Oh, das ist doch... Okay, wartet. Oh, das habt ihr nicht gesehen, okay? Okay? Okay. Huhu! So, was ist los?
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
Ja, was
What's
ist los?
going on?
Rede mit mir.
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Kainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Keine
Yes, Amir's absolutely
Sorge.
right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest
Keine
is a dangerous
Sorge,
place.
boy. Ich
As
bin
Amir
hier
said,
special.
only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive
Das
effects
brauchst
for
mir
a
nicht
time.
erklären,
That's
auch
right.
wenn du es nicht
If any
weißt,
of the
dass ich
forest
es
rangers without a
weiß.
vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
Vielleicht kann ich auch helfen. Ich kann auch Elementarkräfte einsetzen. Wir nehmen das hier.
But you don't seem to carry a vision.
In meinem Herzen schon.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
Aha.
Seems the rumors about you were true then. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me.
Okay.
We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up
Alles
close.
klar. Auf geht's zur Exkursion. Wo müssen wir hin? Da hinten hin. Okay. Niu. Geh in die Verwelkung. Ja.
Stop. Don't move any further.
Huh,
Look
okay.
there, in the distance.
Ja, gib mir ein Fernglas.
Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered. That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering.
Ja.
All right, traveler. We're gonna
Yes,
have to
sir!
enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering.
Okay.
If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved.
Ich komme mit.
Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This
Keine
is your
Sorge.
first time
Zur
handling
Not
this
bist
sort
du
of
ja
thing,
da.
after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death.
Okay.
You ready then?
Yes.
Let's go.
Woohoo! Dum.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Ja. Ah, scheiße. Bing. Bing. Juhu! Und Ding.
Great work.
Woohoo!
Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Das kriegen wir doch alles hin.
It's Oz revealed.
So,
Oh, okay, kommt. Ah nein, ich muss die alle vernichten! Okay, kriegen wir hin. Phew.
enshroud! Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
Ja, ist ja gut. Bleib locker. Mann.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly restore this area back to
Wer
normal.
kann, der kann.
Tainari, you make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. It's like this. Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
Gibt es nicht eine Möglichkeit, diese Verwelkung endgültig
No,
loszuwerden?
none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Nope, habe ich nicht. Ja, ich glaube schon. Ich bin mir gerade nicht sicher, ehrlich
Irminsul
gesagt.
is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Die Erde durchzieht, riesiger Hohlraum. Das sieht ein wenig so aus wie das, was ich sah, als ich das Bewusstsein verlor.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
Irminsul ist krank?
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Aber es ist jetzt schon fast eine Stunde, meine Lieben. Ich mache hier jetzt einen Cut und wir werden zurückkehren in der nächsten Folge. Nein, das war voll der falsche Satzbau, ne? Egal. Wir werden in der nächsten Folge nach Gandharva zurückkehren. Jo, dich mache ich gleich noch weg, Kumpel. Ich gehe erstmal hier hin. Ich danke dir wieder vielmals fürs Zusehen und wir sehen uns dann im nächsten Part wieder. Und bis dahin, bye bye.